Hello and welcome to Fill the Gap. Today we're going to learn about case control studies and cohort studies. We'll just see the differences between the two. So first let's learn about case control study. So case control, just like the name, we compare the people with the disease cases and control without the disease. Control is people without the disease, okay? So this is a study which goes backwards. Backwards, like what does that mean? So because it's going backwards, it's called retrospective study. Retrospective study. Now what is it backwards? So cause, effect. This is the order in which a disease happens. So there will be a risk factor associated with it and then the person gets the disease. But here in case control, the person already got the disease and we are going back to see what is the risk factor. This is why it's called a retrospective study. And since we are observing what happens, we call it an observational study as well. All right. So basically from the disease to finding what caused the disease or what is the risk factor. All right. Now this one takes very less time. And we need very small sample of people, a small population, and we need very less money. All right, so less money, less time, everything is less. Less number of people, less money, everything is less. Now this is useful to study rare diseases. Rare diseases. And it measures odds ratio. But the only disadvantage that I see here with the case control is recall bias. This is the demerit. Okay, so do you notice something? How will you remember all these points that I just told you? How will you remember it? So I'll just tell you something. So see. You will see a lot of R's and O's in case control. Okay, so this is lots of R's and O's. Let's see the R's. Retrospective, because it's going backwards. Then O, observational study, because it's observational study. Okay, recall bias. Yes, the demerit is recall bias. Rare disease, we learned that rare diseases. Then another O, yes, odds ratio. We measure odds ratio with case control. So this is a small way R and O comes in case control. This is a small way that you can remember all these points that I just told you. It goes from the effect to the cause. We are going to find the risk factor. Next is the cohort study. Here we go from the cause to the effect, opposite of the other one, from the cause to the effect. So let's say the cause is corona vaccine and the effect is sleeplessness. So we are just doing a study with a group of people who received a corona vaccine. See, this is the population, but we are only taking a small group of people and we are studying, they have received the corona vaccine and we are seeing if they are developing sleeplessness. Okay, so this is a longitudinal study, as in we have to watch them over a long period of time. So it is a longitudinal study. Okay. We have to follow these people, this group of people over a period of time. And you require a large sample of people, large sample. You can't do it with a small people and say that this is a study. Another thing is you need lots of money for this and more time. Because we are observing this for a long period of time. So we need more time. So in the other one, the case control, we needed a small sample. Here we have a large sample, more money, more time. Everything was less there, everything is more here. Okay, so everything is more here. All right. Then what else? So cohort, when we say the word cohort, I'm just writing it like this. The R is so pronounced, right? So that should help you remember that cohort measures a relative risk. The other one was odds ratio. This is relative risk. Okay. So these are the differences between the two. So basically in cohort, you start with the risk factor and we see who will develop the disease or not. Start with the risk factor and see who will get the disease and who will not. So one group will have the risk factor, one group will not have the risk factor, and we compare these two groups and see who gets the disease. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit the subscribe button and do leave a comment and let me know which video you would like me to do next, and share it with your friends so that they will also benefit from the goodness of this channel. Thank you.